Well, greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. I would like to bring you said information coming out of East Tennessee pertaining to the Wells case. WJHL 11 News is the source. Gag order placed on case involving Wells family children in state custody. This content was just uploaded November 1st. A gag order has been issued on the Child Protective Services case involving the sons of Donald Wells and Candace Bly. The order was issued by Juvenile Court Judge Daniel Boyd on October 26. It reads, all parties to this action are hereby prohibited from discussing this matter or the children with the media or any other non-essential person, entity, and or uninvolved or disinterred parties and or persons. Randall Collier, the Circuit Court Clerk for Hawkins County, said the original order was made in conjunction with others involving case matters which are sealed due to juveniles being involved. Collier told News 11 he was not sure when the original gag order was put down. Wells confirmed to News Channel 11 back in July that their older sons were taken by Child Protective Services, but he wouldn't give the reason. News Channel 11 reached out to the court-appointed attorneys for the Wells family about why a gag order was issued for a juvenile case since they are normally confidential anyways. One declined to comment, and a response from the other has not been received as of Monday. A request for context and clarification has also been sent. Judge Boyd. Don Wells was arrested in Hawkins County Court Monday morning on a charge of violation of probation. Wells was in court appearing on charges of driving under the influence, improper lane usage, financial responsibility, having an open container, and others. Wells was later seen by News Channel 11's crew leaving the jail and speaking with his probation officer. He declined to comment on the arrest and release. And this said information is by WJHL 11 News. Most of you know I just came off a live giving you said commentary pertaining to the violation of probation that was introduced into court. I don't think he should have been freed. I think it's time for he and his wife to grow up and act as an adult. I don't think they ever will get that opportunity to behave as an adult, plural, because they don't know how. And once again, how is he going to get his children back? He mentioned this in court about a YouTube channel and hardships and it being hard on them not having their sons, their child missing, blah, blah, blah. But what sane juvenile court judge would grant you your children back and you just receive a DUI? You failed a sobriety test, driving off the side of the road into the grass, and that is why you were pulled over, Mr. Donald Wells. So after hearing this said information in court, whether you get a confirmation or not back with the results from your blood analysis, 9 times out of 10 it's going to come back that you were inebriated. And as I stated, what sane judge would give your children back to you under those circumstances? And the fact that you would even mention in court that you went for cigarettes. Come again? Now, I don't know the day or time, but imagine driving through the holler at night, inebriated, on winding roads. God forbid you veered off, ran into a tree, and or hurt, harm, killed someone. And I guess it wouldn't matter if it was daytime, nighttime, but most of you who live in this region, you know how dangerous it is to drive at night on winding roads, because a lot of roads in the county are very narrow and they're not good for daytime driving. Sure as hell not safe for nighttime driving. These two don't deserve any children, period. I pray that the boys are safe. I pray for information pertaining to Summer Wells, where she is, where she can be found, alive or deceased. And as I've already stated, I do not believe she's alive, but nonetheless, these two don't need children. And as you've heard, the judge doesn't want he or his wife talking about their boy children to anyone in the public, period. Social media, nobody. As it says in this content, non-essential person. They don't want them talking to anyone about their boy children. And have they been talking to their boy children? Have they been calling them? Do they have access to them? See, that's something we probably will never find out. And he wouldn't tell us the truth anyway, he or his wife. Would they actually tell us that they can't see their children, can't talk to their children? Is he even allowed to get his children back, he and Candy? See, they're never going to tell you the truth. Because see, once you start lying, you have to continue to lie to cover the last lie. And I cannot believe that these two would ever be allowed to get their children back, considering how horrible that house looked, the property, the fact that one child is currently still missing. Why would a judge give you access to your children? Because you had an opportunity to do right by your children in the first place, including Summer Wells, including the original children you had, Mr. Donald Wells, outside of Candy. And Candy, you also had other said children outside of Mr. Wells. And both of you failed your other sets of children miserably. And now you got this set of kids together that you have failed miserably. And one's currently missing, possibly dead. Why the hell would a judge give you your kids back? Because all that said information will be accessible in court. And I would hope it would be introduced in court to show you're not fit to have children, rear children, and you're still getting high and doing felonious behavior with narcotics, drinks. Hell no, you don't need your kids. And you're not showing that you actually want your kids back. So to go into court acting like you're trying to get your house ready, you're in a financial bind, blah, blah, blah. You're starting a YouTube channel. Why would you even mention the YouTube channel? That didn't wait well, because now we hear of this gag order that was introduced. So I guess the judge is saying, well, I'm not impressed about a YouTube channel. I don't want you talking about nothing pertaining to these boys. And I don't believe you'll do right by having a YouTube channel. This is just another avenue for you to vent and rage and go on and diss people, berate people, and talk about everything but where we can find Summer Wells. The search for Summer Wells, where she can be found, located. You're going to leave that part out on this alleged website and YouTube channel. This is a set of information coming out of Hawkins County pertaining to the Wells. A gag order has been issued for both parents to not speak of their said boy children. And as I state, I don't believe anything out of this man's mouth. I do believe he should have stayed in jail. I do not know why he was released from custody, had a bond when he was already on probation for offenses from last year with an altercation with his wife and drunkenness. So why would you then let him out with a new current DUI charge as of the weekend? See, this makes no sense to me. So you only let him out to get high and drunk again. The same man who allegedly is trying to get his kids back alongside his wife. Do you believe that? He should be free to roam the streets uninsured, weaving and bobbing up and down the holler. Expired tag, no insurance. This is somebody who's been doing this beforehand. Stay woke. Because I got a feeling he didn't have insurance on the truck beforehand. If we're to believe this is the truck that he drives and not the newer truck. In the end, it doesn't matter to me. New, old, it's all the same. Donald Wells doesn't care about anything. Candy Bly doesn't care about anything. They have reached their highest points of manipulation and buffoonery, confoonery, atrociousness. They don't give a damn about their children because they don't give a damn about themselves. And only a fool would grant them custody of their children again because they can't stay sober enough to take care of themselves, let alone 3 boys. And God forbid if Summer happens to resurface, they can do right by her. They can't do right by these kids. They didn't do right by them in the first place, and that's what you have to remember. They didn't do right by the children in the first place. One's missing, 3 are in the state's care. And still you're catching charges pertaining to alcoholism. So are these people that should be raising children, rearing children? Hell no, because there was a reason the children were taken out of their custody in the first place. These are fraudulent creatures, and they don't care anything about children, other people, trying to do right, live right. They don't care. And it's obvious at this point. Months in, all Mr. Wells is doing is making a fool out of himself, a mockery off his Summer Wells name. He doesn't care about his boy children. He doesn't care about anything. All he cares about is getting attention, and he's using his daughter, who I don't believe is alive. He's using her name for felonious reasons, self-serving reasons. He and his wife, they're in conjunction. They are one entity. They do not care. And it's time for a judge to rectify the situation. Frankly, you need to hold them inside of a cell until they cough up the goods on where we can find Summer Wells. That would be a start. Revoking the bond. That would be a start. You had no business giving him a bond because he's not going to do right. And that leads us to think that there's some hanky-panky going on with you all down there in Hawkins County in the judicial system. Because this maneuver makes no logical sense. But it is what it is. When I get more information pertaining to this case, I will bring you said information. But in the end, as most of these cases go, it's never about the child or the person that's missing. It's always about their heathen relatives, caretakers. The story left Summer Wells a long time ago. It has become the shit show of Hollerville. The Don and Candy show. It was never about Summer or the boys. And that is the reason why she is missing and they are in the state's care. Because their parents never cared about them. They never cared about any of their children. Thank you for joining me. If you want to donate to the channel, $Big Angie 129 Cash App, and I'll be back with more information pertaining to this case and my other cases that I discussed on the network. Thank you so much for joining me, new subscribers, new viewers, people just stopping in to tune in. Thank you so much for the support. You all stay safe. Have a blessed week. And if you see something, say something. Because you see, it's the saying something that can preserve a life. And perhaps had somebody said something in this case, these children would all be together, or one would definitely be visible for us to see. Gotta speak up, because a child's life depends on it. Amen. Thank you so much. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you.